Renowned choreographer, artistic director and ballet dancer Dane Hurst prepares to unveil his latest masterpiece. It's called Resonance. It's part of the Joburg Ballet's upcoming season, Dreamscapes. So for more on this, Morning Live producer Lunga Dlamini has more. Enjoy.
Ballet dancer takes the stage. They pour their hearts, their soul and every ounce of passion into their performance. With each delicate step, they share a piece of themselves, telling beautiful stories that transports us to a world of elegance, poise and wonder. That's the beauty of ballet. And today I'm here at the Joburg Ballet to actually meet a man who exudes and amplifies such a description. His name is Dane Hurst. The trailblazing ballet dancer and choreographer is taking the South African ballet scene by storm. From humble beginnings in Port Elizabeth to international acclaim with companies like Rumbit and the Royal Ballet, the man has been busy. Now, as the interim artistic director of Joburg Ballet, he is bringing his unique vision and expertise to a new generation of dancers. So Dane, thank you so much for speaking to us. Congratulations on your new role as interim artistic director here at Joburg Ballet.
It's wonderful to be here at Joburg Ballet as the interim artistic director for the company, particularly this year, where the company is approaching its 25th anniversary in 2026. So to be here at the company at this pivotal moment in its history, it's really wonderful. It's a strong company. It's a flagship company of South Africa, situated right in the center of the Joburg CBD. So for me to step into the company to work in this wonderful building at the Joburg Theatre, it's an honor and a privilege.
Born in Port Elizabeth and moved to the UK, can you share the journey with us?
I was born in Port Elizabeth and I was fortunate to have access to a ballet studio close to where I lived with my grandparents, and my grandmother was a seamstress in the studio, and our teacher Gwen Mary Wells, she was one of the most incredible ballet teachers I think in the city but also across South Africa, because the dances that she developed, she trained us all in the Jacquetti method, and I think that all of the dancers that came through the training program at the Toynbee Ballet Club, which is what it was known then, produced some phenomenal dancers. And even here at Joburg Ballet, our main principal male dancer, Revel Yon, he also trained under Gwen Mary Wells in Port Elizabeth. So my journey into having a career in the wider industry definitely stemmed from a opportunity here in Joburg and in Roodepoort, where I won the national dance competitions here in Johannesburg, and then a smaller competition in Roodepoort. And the money from that competition allowed me to have funding to go to the UK for accommodation during a scholarship program that I undertook with the Linbury Trust at the Rumbeer School. So that was for me a life-changing opportunity, having that competition year in Joburg, winning that money, which to me was like a key into the wider world. And I was able to then enjoy a 20-year career on the international stage. And now that I've returned, it almost feels like I've come full circle, because 22 years ago I was a young 16, 17, 18-year-old student aspiring to be a ballet dancer in the wider world, and there I got the opportunity with those competitions that took me abroad. And now returning to Joburg, stepping into Joburg Ballet as the interim artistic director, is just a wonderful moment. And what's really at my heart is to show people, show audiences what a special art form this art form of ballet is, because I've seen that it's changed my life. It's changed the lives of many of these dancers that form part of this company. If you look at the makeup of the company, it's an incredibly diverse company of artists from all around the country and also internationally. And we want to be a flagship company for South Africa, but also for the continent of Africa. Because if you look at it, Joburg Ballet and Cape Town City Ballet are the two principal ballet companies on the continent of Africa. So our positioning is really important on a national scale, on a continental scale, but also on an international scale. And right now, global trends are shifting, global power is shifting, and South Africa is really now starting to be on the forefront of change and development. And similarly, as a ballet company, we also want to be at the forefront of change. We also want to be that lighthouse of change in the artistic industry. So we are at a really special moment in this company and in the country, and it's really wonderful to be here right now at this real profound moment of change for the arts, but also for the country.
You're currently putting together Resonance. Can you share a little bit about what Resonance is all about and what people can expect from this upcoming show?
We're working on a new production that's going to premiere at the Roodepoort Theatre on the 28th of March, and the title of the program is entitled Dreamscapes, and part of the program is a triple bill program of works. One of the first pieces is Laissel Feed, that's being staged by our ballet mistress Kim Vieira, and that work is well underway. It's a pure classical romantic work showing the pure artistic classical lines and musicality and the qualities of the classical technique. Then second on the bill we've got Kitty Petla's work, The Underworld and Elsewhere. This is a new classical contemporary work for the company. It uses a large ensemble of dancers from the company, and I'm really excited for the audiences to engage with this work because Kitty Petla, she's been one of our most celebrated ballerinas of South Africa, so for her to choreograph a work for this new program, it's really fantastic. And then my first work for the company is Resonance, and it takes inspiration from a particular moment in South Africa's history. Just last year we celebrated 30 years of democracy, and if you go back 30 years, what was the resonant energy of the people? What was at the forefront of their minds? What were they dreaming about? So where we are now, 30 years later, we are essentially living the dream. Yet we are still hoping for more positive change. And the title for me, Resonance, is that everything that has happened in our country, artistically, politically, socially, all of those experiences, all of those changes, it still resonates in our spirit. It resonates in the different regions within South Africa. Wherever you travel around the country, there's a different resonance. Different people have different resonant memories that kind of trigger with certain experiences. So this work looks at that particular moment of optimism, of hope, of people coming together, specifically in the jazz clubs, underground jazz clubs that you had in Sophia Town, in District 6 and in South End, which is the community my family came from, melting pot communities where people came together against the laws at the time to celebrate through music and dance. And that's what this work is about the resonance of that time, the energy of the people of that time, the ordinary people that defied the laws at the time. Now their resonant, quiet, they were not outwardly political, but they're quiet acts of resistance by just coming together and celebrating through movement and dance. That's what informs this work. So it's a celebration, but also a looking back at where we've come from and where we hope to go towards into the future.
Dane Hurst is bringing resonance to life with Joburg Ballet, and we're not surprised. After all, he's a man who can ship a dance floor from London to South Africa. And this time around, he's harmonizing his talents with young dancers to create a jazzy masterpiece that will definitely resonate with audiences everywhere.
Well, I started ballet when I was 3 years old, and I've been a professional ballet dancer for the last 10 years nearly now. There's something for everyone in Resonance, I would say. There's Solfège, which is very classical ballet. It's for the ballet lovers. You would love it, so come see that. And then there's Kitty's piece, which has also been amazing to work with her, and that's more contemporary and neoclassical like Dane's piece. So there really is something for everyone.
It's been different than other choreographers I have been working. It's not in a bad way, it's a very good way. He's very open, he always wants to share with us what he's thinking about the steps, about the ballet. He also wants us to share with him what he's thinking about. And also, it's not just like about him, it's about us as well. It's like the whole group, so it's been very nice to work for him.
As the curtain rises on Joburg Ballet's upcoming season, Dreamscapes, Dane Hurst's Resonance vows to be a tour de force, marrying the elegance of neoclassical ballet with the syncopated rhythms of South African jazz. So don't miss Resonance, part of the triple bill Dreamscapes at the Roodepoort Theatre from March the 28th till April the 6th. It's a performance that will undoubtedly leave you enthroned, eager just for more. For SABC News, I'm Lunga Dlamini.
You know who